All right, there we go. All right, hopefully get everyone back here. Sorry about that. Yes, the internet. Doesn't matter where I am in the world. You can put me in like Cyber City, America, and the internet's gonna crap out on me in the middle of my show. So, let everybody come back in here and see how long the battery lasts now for this. Let's get to the. At least tell everyone on Twitter to come join me. Internet crapped out. Back on, baby. Bam. All right. Tweet sent. Get him back in here. Live streaming. There we go. Everybody's finding me again. Sorry about that, folks. It's a private show. Thank you. I will enjoy the vacation. It is fantastic. Waco Central got to go ski at Vail. Vail's a great place to go. Skiing here is like we're discussing it. You go skiing in the United States and it is tracked out in 5 minutes. Here, in one of the biggest ski resorts in the world, I have never waited to get on a lift. You just ski right into the lift, and then you get up the top, and then there's just no one. You just do whatever you want, go wherever you want. It is absolutely luxurious, and man, that's I highly recommend it. If anyone has a chance to come skiing in Switzerland or Austria or Italy, it is just so empty. It's cheaper, it's empty, the infrastructure is way cooler, the food is delicious. Why not just come here, man? I'm skiing. I'm at Parsen, like Cloisters Davos. So there's Madrisa, Parsen, Jakobshorn, Reinahorn, and Eric, what's the free ski one? Pisha. So there's five giant resorts, and each one of them pretty much dwarf most resorts in America. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome indeed. Okay, let's see here. We got Cowpea greater than Omicron. What? Homer's Ghost, you found a nice Swiss lady to make you an honest man yet? Eric, you gotta find me a Swiss lady to make me an honest man. He's ignoring me now. He just got his residency, so he's totally set. All right. Switzerland is rad. It is really cool here. If you get a chance, come. I have not been here in the summertime yet. I've only come here for skiing in the winter, but I would love to see it when everything's green and lush and the cows have the bells on their necks and they're wandering around. Legacy 10 Productions. Houston, is there a chance that metamaterial squeezes or getting the dividend in time before MOS so we can put more into GME? Go Mariners, happy birthday. Man, I think if metamaterial goes bonkers, it'll probably be towards the end of the quarter. Because there's a whole bunch of FTDs at that 35 days, the T35, after these last series of January options for Torchlight end. So I think, about that time, they announce a dividend, we could be seeing it go a little nuts. Because remember, Oil Co. will be a wholly owned subsidiary of Metamaterial because they own a lot of those shares, those preferred shares. And when they announce a dividend, that means millions, if not like $1 billion, will be going into Metamaterial's bank account. And they have so much cash on hand that the street's gonna have to recognize that and go, yeah, you can't keep shorting a company that's got like $1.5 billion in the bank account, which is, they're doing that with GME right now, but GME is still over $100 a share. In Metamaterial, they're losing $100 million of their float because those Canadian shares are blending in with the NASDAQ ones. So the float's going to shrink, which is going to be reflected in what's reported as short interest. So expect to see the short interest perhaps double in that reported stuff. Be my guess, anyway. Yeah. Oh, we're in power hour. What time is it over there? I have no idea. It's 9 a.m. in Seattle, right? Oh, our friends just landed in Zurich. So 1 sec. They are fantastic. Send us the train time when you expect to get to Cloisters. Okay. There we go. All right. Sweet. Friends from Spain just landed. Now they got 2 hours or so till they get here. 2.5 hours, 3 hours, somewhere around there. All right. Quit trying to update stuff. I'm doing a live show, computer. I know I haven't opened you in like a month. Seriously. Wildcard Central in Switzerland. Did you have trouble with the language barrier? No, because everyone speaks English. And they just look at me like I'm an idiot if I try to say anything in German because they just get it wrong. But everyone is so much more educated here. They all speak like 9 languages. They're all just geniuses. So yeah. Decent, yes, everyone speaks English, pretty much. Except for the next door neighbors. But they're still very sweet. So, I'm playing with my friends Eric and Kat. Eric's an American from Hawaii. I went to school with him. And Kat's a German citizen, but she works here in Switzerland. And so she speaks German just fine. So if we ever do run into trouble, she takes care of that. But pretty much everyone I've ever met here just speaks English totally fine. So, I mean, yeah, everyone at the grocery store, everyone at the post office, everyone at the bank, everyone at the airport, everyone at the train station, they all speak English. All right. How long am I streaming for? I'm streaming until my battery dies, which this tells me I've got 47 minutes left, which I don't believe it because that usually means it's like 20 minutes left if I'm doing streaming. It's like 47 minutes if I am just surfing the internet. But Joey Geiger, Switzerland's fantastic. Switzerland is just a dream. I mean, I'm on vacation, so all I'm doing is eating and going skiing, and then eating and going skiing, and eating and going skiing, and having the like most sound sleep of my entire life because all the windows just shut, and the like, little storm windows. I can kind of show you here since it's dark outside now. Got the little portal. Come on, little portal opens up, and then you grab the storm window here, shut that guy. Do the same thing on this side. Wait, this little dude. What's this little guy? What the heck? I don't know what that guy is there for. But you grab the storm window and bring it in. And where's the? There. Oh, this one I have it. Oh, I did it backwards. That's why. That goes there. This goes in. And this one. There we go. And now, come on, get you antiquated little son of a gun. Stay down. There it is. Ha! Now, we are on fire. Get in your home. Get in your... This is a hard one. There it is. Ha! Now I got the storm windows in there. Swiss countryside has disappeared, and now everything is insulated and warm. Now I got to do it on the other 4 windows in here. We'll get that done. But yeah, Switzerland's fantastic. All right, we got Games Bond from Madrid. Right on. My Spanish buddies, they're not Spanish, they're American, but they live in Spain. They'll be here in like 2 hours. And yeah. And yes, folks, I did forget my charger. Power hour predictions. Woo. Where are we now? We are... Looks a little flat right now. Not too much happening. Root spiking. That's weird. That's weird. I think that it looks like they've successfully shorted this thing for the week. I'm not too optimistic that we're going to get any big price swings happening anytime soon. So, we are where we are. What are the options doing right now? Man, 116. 116 is just so gross. Just so gross. Options. January 21st. Poof. Man. 117 call for $7. Man. Alright. It's not too shabby if you're getting options in the money right now. Like, it's a pretty decent price because they're getting dropped like crazy. Alright. Friendface McRiffhard. What's up, Houston? Hope you're enjoying the Alps. So, speaking of mountains, are there different categories of mountains? Yeah. I mean, especially when it comes to volcanic ranges. You've got your stratovolcanoes, which are really steep, pointy ones where things go boom and then stuff rains down on top. Then you have your shield volcanoes. Shield volcanoes are much more gradual sloped, usually more massive. It's because they're oozy lava that flows out slowly, and there's lots of inflation from magma chambers that come underneath, so they're just big ones. Uplift, orogeny type mountains. Those mountains usually more craggly, wrinkly. Mountain ranges like the Himalayas are that way. They're built up from two land masses smashing into each other and building a big mountain range. And so lots of big wrinkly things. The Rockies are kind of that way. The Caucasus Mountains, Urals are ancient ones of those. The Appalachians are ancient versions of those. And that's kind of like the big three. Beyond that, I'm sure you can get subcategories of escarpments and stuff like that. But yeah, that's kind of the big three, I would say. EXO3333. Houston, you said when forced buying is done, trading computers will be shut off and it will crash. But will they ever be done when the entire flow is locked and every share still existing is short? I mean, they'll stop buying when they've closed all those short positions. So that's like they'll be done when they've closed all those short positions, when they bought them all. And once they bought them all, then it's done. All the hedge funds that did the shorting, the market makers that did the shorting, at that point, those guys don't exist anymore. They have been obliterated. They cease to exist, and there's no one left to do that shorting. So that's where you are. So yeah, those buying computers, the trading computers, will be purchasing to close out the liabilities of all those hedge funds, and that's where we are. That's what we're waiting for, is for that stuff to trigger. Okay. Where? Sorry, the chat just reset again. Oh goodness. There it is. Okay. Swiss are very classy people. They are. Okay. On AMC's site, it says GameStop rise of the players January 28th, 2022. I have no idea what that means. That's a Friday. That's end of the quarter. That's week 4. But AMC site says GameStop rise of the players? I don't know what people are doing. I have no idea what that means. Jethro. It's got a two-parter. 102. I watched an interview with Byrne from OSTK. He gave insight to lengths hedge funds will take to destroy a company. Do you think GME would be able to make successful go with this target? If not, do you think this is reason enough for them to offer an NFT divvy if squeeze delayed, as sabotage from deep pockets would be too much to overcome? I think the NFT dividend is the best move forward if you want to guarantee a MOS. you make it something weird. You make something people want. Wu-Tang, perhaps. And you make it something that cannot be copied. And when the hedge funds and the market makers fail to deliver on that dividend, then by law, recall of those shares must happen. And those brokers must liquidate and must buy back legit shares because they failed the contract. The contract says if you have short sold, you owe the dividend to whoever you short sold and from whoever you borrowed. So they really do have to produce something. And I really, 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 really want GameStop to make an NFT dividend on their new marketplace and make it just brutal. I want brutality. I want some heavy metal brutality on this. Real bad. Real bad. Because these guys need to be punished. And I'm hoping this is just the group to do it. Okay, it's 11 a.m. Central Time. All right, so Power Hour's coming up in a while. It's going to be a while till Power Hour. Power Hour's hours from now, right? 4 o'clock East Coast. So that'd be 3 o'clock, you guys? Like a couple hours away. All right. Do you have any Swiss chocolates? I am full of Swiss chocolate. I've got a whole bunch. We've been eating Swiss chocolate in our waffles in the morning. It is awesome. It is delicious. Corey Clark, Houston, how does it feel to be a geologist, astrophysicist, knowing 43% of Americans believe in Adam and Eve and believe Earth is only 6,000 years old? It's painful. Although, you can get to more educated societies like Iceland, and most people still believe that there's like elves that run around the lava fields out there. So, I mean, most Americans are mostly stupid, and I think they just get dumber. The idiocracy hypothesis is just proven true every day. We are a sad people. I mean, I was really optimistic when I was in high school. I was so optimistic. All we needed was like a robust education system that was well invested in, and then humans could show their true potential, and they could blossom, and they could achieve all sorts of great things. And then at 16, I got a job as a grocery bagger, and if you work in a grocery store, you soon realize that everyone has to eat. Every single person will make their way into a grocery store at some point because that's where the food is, and everyone has to eat. And they will come to your check stand, and then you will lose all hope in humanity because most of them are just so dumb. They just don't function. And I don't know how they made it this far. Like, you'll have, a lady, puts her cans on the conveyor belt, and the checker goes boop, 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 and the lady gives her a coupon. And the checker boops the coupon and goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry, this coupon's expired." And then the woman's like, but I have a coupon. She's like, "Yes, this coupon expired 2 years ago, so I can't use it for any of this stuff. But I gave you a coupon. We know. We booped it. It says it's expired, and you can't use it, so you have to pay full price for these cans. But I had a coupon." It's like, I don't understand how humans got to this point. Like, I mean, seriously, there must be someone carrying the water for so much humanity that they got to the point where they could even pull cans off the shelf and recognize that the coupon was the same name as here, but not see that the expiration date did not match the current timeline that they're living on, but said, "You know what? We're going to do this anyway." And then when I'm told this coupon doesn't work, I'm going to just essentially not acknowledge the person who's booping my food across the UPC laser scanner thing. We are just a dumb people, and we just do dumb things constantly, and I don't know how else to put that. We're doomed. we are a doomed people. Okay. Approach Sun, are you picking up some new shiny Swiss shirts? So far, no. I don't know. Did they even have vintage stores here? I have no idea. Everything is so expensive that, except for food on the mountain for some reason, everything is so expensive that I just don't purchase stuff. Except for chocolate. I purchase that a lot. JC Cooper, Mr. Wade, if we got a movement started for everybody to sell their AMC and GME, would that cause a squeeze? No. It won't. It would cause a price crash. That defeats the entire purpose of buy and hold there, JC Cooper. If you sell, and a whole bunch of people sell, then the sell pressure outweighs the buy pressure, and the price drops even more. So no, you are not going to get a squeeze by people selling anything. So that's not how it works. All right. Ahmed Habib, which squeeze will be higher, GME or AMC? GME by a long shot, by at least tenfold, if not more. GME has 1/10 the float. They have not generated hundreds of millions of shares in the last year. They don't have a board that sells. They've got the fundamentals and mechanics behind them. They don't have any debt. They're moving into new markets, and I think their quarter 4 numbers are going to be fantastic. Sujona Leo Anson Fund being investigated by Department of Justice. All right, check that one. I've not heard any news on that yet. Ooh, my buddy Eric is setting up a. I thought you were going to sit there and just stare at me. He's shutting me out. I am now locked in the living room here. And if you find yourself in Austria, check out the Kitchenhorn. In town Kaprun, a gorgeous town, glacier skiing and a series of glacier lakes. You have to take a gondola up to sea. I'm game. There's some place in Switzerland my Icon Pass works for, so maybe we'll go over there. I got time. I got like another 10 days to play after my 6 days of tickets here run out. Clive Calculator, are you in Zurich? I am not in Zurich. I am in Davos. I landed in Zurich and I'm flying out of Zurich. So I might go and try to spend the day there on the 28th. See what I can do. But my flight, I think I have a flight at like 5 p.m. I'm gonna go to Paris for a couple of days to see a friend there, and then come home. So, yeah. The doll thing I brought in is a little snowman. I think he just sits on the windowsill. I'm not sure, but dangly legs. Nathan Scott, not financial advice. Do you think next week will be a good opportunity to average down? I'm contemplating buying today. I want to save ammo for next week. I mean, right now is a great time to average down, I think. I mean, the price is still getting hammered. Where are we now? We are at 116.37. Looks like it's evening out right there at the moment. Not too much movement at that point. But man, I think it's a perfect time to average down right now. Which airline did you use from Seattle? Do you have to wear a mask for the long haul? Yeah, I had to wear a mask the whole time. I flew in Icelandic Air. It's my first time flying in Icelandic Air, and I had plenty of leg room as a tall person, but the seat itself, and if anyone from Icelandic Air is watching, I was in economy. That is the single most uncomfortable seat I've ever sat in my entire life. It was horrible, and I'm pretty sure my tailbone is bruised. The seats are like that long, so you only have like a corner of your butt that sits in the seat, and then, you know, as a tall guy, I've got another, like, I don't know, 20 inches of leg that's sticking off, and there's just no way to sit in that for 10 to 15 hours comfortably. It is a very, very uncomfortable seat. I spent most of the flight just like trying to adjust and just sweating for how much pain my tailbone was in. There's no reason any seat should make your tailbone hurt. That defeats the entire purpose of a seat and having a cushion and a pad. Icelandic Air, you are so uncomfortable, especially for having like plenty of leg room. I don't understand. Daphne, summer in Switzerland is wonderful. I get sick of snow. Our mountains in Colorado are enough for me. I mean, I like it when it's sunny. I like it when it's snowy. If it's snowy, I'm skiing. If it's sunny, I'm hiking. I can do either one. I'm cool with it. Always on, what percentage of market drop do you think is needed for liquidation margin calls for the hedge funds? 30% might do it, if it coincides with a rise on the meme stocks, especially. But you drop it 30%, and that can make obligations go up, make it a 40 to 1 obligations in their margin, which is enough to concern everybody. If all these hedge funds all of a sudden are margined out 40 to 1, over leveraged 40 to 1, be bonkers. Hope your Spanish friends are bringing sangria and paella. I think they're bringing their winter clothes, and that's probably about all they're bringing. Stupid chat. Why are you always resetting? That's the most annoying thing. Corey Clark, thank you for the... Is that a pair with a tennis headband? I don't know what... Thank you for that. Okay, man, chat's flying here. I'm so far behind. Okay. When does a hill become a mountain? I think it depends on where you are. Like on the east coast of the United States, what they call mountains, I consider foothills. But then again, like the mountains that we have in the Northwest are probably considered hills. People that live in like the Andes or Himalayas, they'd be like, that's quaint. Okay. Oh, the chat is going nuts here. Come on. Scroll, you little dingle dangle. Stop moving. There we go. This is from Deck P. Welcome, Deck P. What do you think the reasoning is for the media baiting GME to make an announcement? Can do fondue. I don't know. I would think that they could do an announcement when they want to. I want to see them do an announcement personally. But maybe the media wants them to do an announcement before they're ready, so they can be like, oh, look at this failure. I don't know. But that might be the reason. Bojangles. Houston, how significant is China finding water on the moon? I mean, we've known water's been on the moon for a long time. There's a couple of craters near the poles that appear to have frozen water. It's significant to a point. There are certain ore processing actions that can happen with rocks from the lunar surface that can produce oxygen and produce water. So I don't think in the end, if we're setting up colonies on the moon and we're making stuff out of moon material, I can get a lot of aluminum out of the rocks on the moon. So you're making structures out of this stuff, and making glass and doing whatever else. As a byproduct of that action, you're going to get water and you're going to get oxygen. So I wouldn't be too worried in the end about not having enough vital sources of life up there. But having like just straight up water frozen in a crater is very handy for starting out, because then it's less of that material you got to bring before you can get that industrial setup going. So I think it's pretty significant, especially if they're like, we're going to claim this spot and we're going to start mining here. They are going to do very well if that's the case. Come on. Okay, come on. Scroll, chat, scroll. Can you explain how the speed of light was measured? Oh boy. Okay. All right. So Aristotle, was trying to figure out the speed of light. He thought light moved through this ether, and it was wrong. And then Galileo once had guys stand on different hills, and they would flash a lantern, and the other guy would try to react and flash a lantern, and they couldn't measure speed of light that way because human reaction time is too slow. And I can't remember the guy. I think he was in Vienna. He made this contraption. Maybe it was French. Maybe it was Paris. I can't remember at the moment. But they made this contraption that had a candle and a blade that would spin, like a fan. And it would spin, it would flash, 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 flash. And they had another one spinning, and if it was spinning at the right speed, it would block the light just so that you couldn't be able to see it. And they measured the speed of light basically by having two blades spin. One blade spin in front of the viewer, and one blade spin in front of the candle. And they're able to figure out the speed of light that way. After not crunching some numbers, that's the basic way I can explain to you that they figured out how that worked. Did I turn off? I have no intro. I have no intro to turn off because I forgot to actually put the intro on this computer. So there's no intro for the next couple of weeks. You guys are on intro vacation and a fancy shirt vacation. You're getting vacation, Houston. You're getting the bare minimum tiny little laptop with absolutely no power cable. And it says we got 22 minutes remaining, so who knows how long it's going to last here. Okay. BW says, come to Nuremberg, Germany. I'll host you. If I make it there someday, heck yeah. I'd love it. Luis Pazos, can we mess with the Hedges algorithm by transferring shares from a broker to another broker? How that works? Well, some of the glitches we've seen when people trade from one broker to the other is that their cost basis for the shares goes up a huge amount. There was people this summer when they were switching into Fidelity or to TD Ameritrade, they were showing that a cost basis was like $3,000 per share. And this might be because, in order to transfer out of Robinhood had to go out and find enough legit shares, which meant they probably had to get 20 or 30 shares before they got a real one. And then they could transfer that over to Fidelity or to TD Ameritrade or whoever. So it just might be that that's really the cost basis, because that's how many fake shares they have to buy before they found a real one that they could transfer over. What's with this cow pee versus COVID stuff? I don't know what's going on with that. Don't drink pee. All right. Alan S., you were so right about working at a supermarket. I worked at one for a bit. After a while, I started to realize humanity is not the brightest bulb. Man, seriously, the average IQ is 100, and that is really dumb. Hey, if you have an IQ of 100, you're just not that bright. And half of people have an IQ below that. So, half of humanity is really just skating by. They just don't have much going on. I don't know how else to put that guy. Project Sun says, everyone, Girk and Cosmic Lightning Warrior did a great stream last night. Worth checking out. Yes, I'm going to try and do Cosmic Lightning Warrior next week if I can. It's all going to depend upon if I get this charging cable for my computer. And then I'm probably going to go back on with Al in Boston. I'm going to try and have Josh Hamilton from The Gist for show number 100, which is 3 shows from now, 98, 99, 100. And again, like that time scale all depends upon if I get this cable I can plug into the computer. We can try doing it from my phone. It might be really wobbly because I'll have to figure out some way to hold it or something. I don't know. But that's the realm we are sitting in right now. Yeah. So there you go. Hope to do more collabs and interviews. It's fun. I love talking with people. Crush the industry by Death Clock. Heck yes. Death Clock rules. I did go over metamaterial peak in the previous version of the stream, which my internet crapped out, and so. But if you look at the first go of Houston a Problem 97, we talked about some metamaterial in there. Mike Millspot, significant changes in the Swiss snow industry related to global climate change. I have no idea. I'll have to ask some Swiss. Last time I was here, it was pretty thin. I was here 2 years ago. There wasn't much snow. They got a bunch more snow after I left, which I think evened everything out. This year they got a whole bunch of early season snow, and apparently December was amazing. But now we're in like a week of sunshine, so a lot of snow, a lot of that water will sublimate, and hopefully they'll get some more big storms in. The Northwest is going off right now. I mean, we're talking like 70 inches a day type snow they had last week, and mountain passes were closed for a week because there were so many avalanches. Highway 2 up to Leavenworth, Stevens Pass, Leavenworth, apparently had 25 avalanches per mile along that highway, and who knows if they even dug out by now. I'd be curious to see if they're open yet. So everything's weird. Snow patterns are moving around and dumping on some people and leaving others barren. William Morgan, look at B-Big. Is B-Big doing stuff right now? I hope they are, because I could be getting hammered on them recently. B-Big, 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 B-Big. Whoa, B-Big. Here we go. Damn, son, we're up 13%. We were up in 20 at one point. Huh. What's the volume happening there? Volume 126 million shares. Goodness gracious. Average volume is only 24 million, so they are quintupling that right now. And the price is going pretty high. What's happening? What's happening with B-Big? Just get back up there, because I think I bought in at like $6. So I would like some more B-Big action. Go B-Big, go. Thank you, William Morgan, for telling me to look at that. Yeah, nice. At least there's something going green. James Bond. Excuse me if this topic was asked previously. I'm absolutely ignorant about call contracts. The tons of contracts for next week will be potential for pump the price. Question? Yes. Yes. It's very possible. There's also a boatload of naked puts that are way out of the money. They're going to expire. That has been proposed or suggested that those are being used as locations to qualify for reg show, for naked shorting. And when those expire, who knows how they're going to locate shares again. There may be a bunch of FTDs all of a sudden must get bought. And I'm kind of hoping that's the case. Oh, and B-Big's going back down again. Dang it, B-Big. Come on, man. Just rocket back up there, friend. So yes, that's kind of the idea. We were hoping, that 250 we had in November, we were hoping that was going to keep going through December. And if we're at 250 by next Friday, then the week 4 gamma would be gigantic. But we are just getting hammered down to, we're still at 116-ish, right? Oh, 113. Holy smokes. My God. How is that even possible? Like, how is that possible? On 2 million volume. I don't get it. It's shenanigans, man. It's all shenanigans. Just shenanigans here, shenanigans there, shenanigans everywhere. Shenanigans. Man. Darren, hiya. Houston, any thoughts on Adam Aaron's tweets? Uh-oh, battery's running low. I've got my warning. I may shut off at any moment now. Any thoughts on Adam Aaron's tweets regarding that he is in? I don't know, man. They've dumped so many shares. I don't believe any of those guys, personally. So, there you go. Beverly S. Houston, thanks for taking us on vacay with you. My pleasure. I need to get like a GoPro, slap it on my head so you guys can go skiing with me. It's so lovely up here. I just think it's fantastic. All right, did I miss anybody's super chats here? Let's see if we got, go up. Make sure I get super chats before. Got that one. Got Bojangles, got Deck P. Homer's Ghost. Thoughts on Adam Aaron selling more AMC shares? Yeah, so apparently he's down to 200,000 shares in his 13F or whatever it is. And he says he's going to exercise another 2 million, and he's done selling. But Like, why do you sell them in the first place, right? I don't know. I mean, they've given him tens of millions of dollars in cash bonuses over the past couple of years. You should be able to survive off that. And the battery's going toast, and I'm gonna die here in a second. It says I have 6 minutes left. We'll see if I have 6 minutes left or not. Swiss Air is great to fly. I flew Swiss Air last time. I enjoyed Swiss Air. I was very comfortable on Swiss Air. I would recommend Swiss Air. I had a great time on them. Be big, making some moves today, and